All right, so over the break, I was lucky enough to get myself a cutter machine, and I came up with the first version of this magnetic math system. It's a 3D printed design that kind of uses the idea behind a key guard and magnetic tiles for numbers. The system is used to support struggling students with simple single and double digit addition. And this is a little bit of kind of how it works. So you give the student a math problem, and it's designed for students that have a hard time with manipulatives as they currently are, and them moving around the table and then keeping track of which ones they've counted already or have not. So for example, you can have a sample problem, like let's say 2, and then you're going to add 3, and then equal. Now these little guys are magnetic, and there's a little slot for each one. And so then you're going to add a little counter in there. So I'm going to count 2 of them, and then I'm going to count 3. They're nestled straight into this little counter thing, and then I'm able to count them without them moving around and getting confused, and I can give the answer. And now what I can do is I have my problem all written out, so I can scaffold away the ability to be able to remember how to write the numbers and where they are. And now I can just copy it. So now I can just straight on copy the answer on my dry erase board. Or I can actually also slide a piece of paper underneath like so. And now I have my math problem written down on a piece of paper and it's solved. So it kind of takes away a lot of the cognitive demands and breaks them up into being able to do that. So a few of the features, the 3D files are shared in there. And these are stuck onto a magnetic board. On the back, there's microsuction tape. And it comes, you can buy a giant sheet like this. That's about like $15 on Amazon. A link for that is below. And it kind of really helps to keep things uh, secured on there. Uh, the magnetic board is also available. And then these little magnets are made with the cutting machine and they are attached to uh, this like magnetic sheet. And this is an adhesive. You just print it out, uh, stick it on top of here, and then you can use your cutting machine to precisely cut out the numbers and then cut out the number tiles. I also added this other little scaffold here. Some of my students really have a hard time identifying when they need to stop counting. And so the idea behind this one is that if your students need it, take these out. Your students need it, you can just kind of slide it right under. And now say I'm to count up to 5, but I don't, I keep forgetting and I count more. I'm gonna actually just put these right on top of here. And then once my number 5 matches the number 5 down here, this is when I can stop placing my tiles. And then so on. So this is kind of like the first version of this design. I'll report back and see how it goes. A little bit of field testing has been successful. And again, all the files for everything are shared below and links to where some of the materials are. If you build it or if you have any ideas for next iterations, please feel free to share. Thanks.